Hi colleagues, and welcome to a brief presentation about student engagement and instructor presence in the online classroom. The first thing that I'd like to look at is student engagement. According to Kai and Wiley in 2014, there are 4 different types of student engagement, and each one progresses in the student's activity and learning and retention of the material. The first type of engagement is passive engagement, and passive engagement is merely where the student is receiving the information. He or she is not doing anything with it, but they are listening to or watching material in order to learn something new. Active engagement is when the student participates in that learning. That could be through clicking through some PowerPoint slides or selecting activities that they might want to participate in. And then the third type of engagement is constructive engagement, and that is where students are actually forced to draw conclusions based on the information that they have learned. Finally, when a student applies what they have learned, not only by drawing conclusions, but by being able to engage in conversation and discussing the material or the content with their peers, that is what is called interactive engagement. Next, we are going to look at why instructor presence is important. And according to Zhang, Lin, Zahn, and Ren in 2016, students who perceived their instructors as present were more engaged, both constructively and interactively. In addition to that, the students' feelings of instructor presence and connectedness with their instructors was also a key to the students coming back to the those online classes or staying at the university in a distance education environment. And in addition, that was also the students' feelings of connectedness also affected whether or not the students remained in the traditional classroom as well. All of that is according to Joyner, Fuller, Halwis, Henderson, and Young in 2014. According to Stone and Chapman, the other reason that instructor presence is important is because when the instructors are present, they are better able to assess and respond to students' needs. There are several different goals for types of presence in an online classroom, according to Lady Shuisky and the year 2013. Social presence is the first type of presence that we can exhibit, and that is developing a safe community in which students can engage with each other and with the instructor. Next, we have cognitive presence, and that cognitive presence is where instructors facilitate conversations that are intellectually stimulating. Finally, there is the teaching presence, and this is where the instructor facilitates the conversations in a way that encourages engagement on the parts of students. There are there are many different methods that are able to convey instructor presence to students, in which students feel like their instructor is not only present but engaged. And we're going to look at 3 of those here. The 3 that we're going to look at are personal email communication, formative feedback, and live discussion sessions. And I chose these 3 because each of them in their own right address one of the types of engagement or presence that we need to exhibit in our online classes. The first and one of the most important types of presence that we exhibit as instructors is our social presence. And one of the best ways to do that with students is by communicating via email. This means staying connected with the students via email communication, not only on a regular basis, but also responding to their emails in a timely manner, and conveying concern for their personal situations and how their personal situations will affect their learning in the course. All of those are very important as far as the email communication goes. Also, according to Joyner, Fuller, Howes, Henderson, and Young in 2014, we can increase and maintain our cognitive presence through giving feedback to our students. Not only summative feedback at the end of the course, but obviously formative feedback that is substantive in nature. The feedback that we give should be in a timely manner also. The quicker the feedback, the more effective it is. One final thing to keep in mind in regards to providing feedback to students is that we need to be guiding students to helpful resources in regards to not only how they can improve their future assignments from our perspective, but resources that are going to help them in the future as well. Finally, I would like to highlight what I found to be the most exciting find, which was the concept of live chats. One instructor, or a few instructors, I believe, with the Lady Shwisky study, had their students participate in live discussion sessions, and this was a really big hit with the students. The sessions provided the opportunity for the instructor to give immediate feedback, and the students were very satisfied with multiple live sessions throughout the course. In this particular situation, the instructor offered live discussion sessions before assessments. In regards to the live discussion sessions, I think it's important to point out that not only was the instructor able to create and convey a teaching presence, but also that live discussion session was an opportunity to increase and demonstrate the instructor's social presence as well. Finally, I'd like to look at just 3 summarization points to encourage us as instructors as to why it is important for us to be present in our classrooms in the online and distance education environment. First, according to numerous scholars over a period of 10 years, from 2006 all the way up to the present in 2016, all 3 of these points have been proven time and time again by various scholars. Social, cognitive, and teaching presence of instructors affects student satisfaction. And from there, students who are most satisfied with the instructor presence are most engaged. And finally, students who are most engaged are the students that learn the best. So in order to get the best student outcomes, the best outcomes for our students, the most learning, in order for our students to learn the most, we are actually required to convey to them that we are there for them and we are present. Thank you.